Hello, and thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are doing the Aquarius TarotScope for October 2019. We will be using the Spirit Keepers Tarot Vitruvian Edition by Benabel Wynn. I absolutely love these cards. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get started by clearing out any negative energy that may be existing. Okay. Okay, so what do you have for Aquarius? Aquarius for October 2019. Any messages or guidance? Spirit, any guidance? Yeah, for Aquarius. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, now we will look for our significator card. And there she is. So it looks like Aquarius, your focus for the month of October is going to be on career, creative projects, and professional path. Pardon me. So let's see what Spirit is trying to tell us. Okay. Our first card is the Scarlet Shield. He, the King of Swords, is a shorn one, a warrior priest who shall be your formidable line of defense as you charge forth confidently to face your battles. When the Scarlet Shield appears to you, he is making his presence known so that you might go forth into combat, taking your stand with might and confidence. When the Scarlet Shield appears, it is time for you to stand your ground, hold your position, and this warrior priest is here, ready to face the fight with you. The Scarlet Shield is not about attaining new knowledge, but rather it is about blocking distractions so that you can deepen your understanding of the knowledge you have already acquired. The Scarlet Shield is the key to transforming knowledge into experience and insight into outcome. Encoded into the Scarlet Shield's imagery is the story of Judith beheading Holofernes. You undertake what others are not willing to do, and you do so for those you love and towards a greater good. The plight of others move you to take on a martial persona. The message from the Queen of Swords is echoed in the words of my great-great-uncle George Bernard Shaw. Doing what needs to be done may not make you happy, but it will make you great. The design on the Scarlet Shield the angelic power holds up features an ornamental Mesoamerican style mosaic mask made of precious stones of gold, silver, turquoise, obsidian, serpentine, amethyst, opal, and talismanic designs of chamali, or defensive armament. The head imagery at the base of the shield is also a subtle reference to the head of Holofernes and the biblical story of Judith, which is often associated with the Queen of Swords. Above the mosaic mask is the depiction of an eagle devouring a serpent, an important divine omen of establishing dominion under the blessings of the gods. This shield as a talisman confers the power of intellection, victory, and fortuitous good luck in all defensive battles. Behind the angelic power is a wall of adobe mud brick, one of the earliest building construction materials in global history, symbolic of methodical discipline behind the power, the strongest of protection and defense, an ensuring barrier to entry so that what does not belong in the landscape of the keeper's inner universe shall not enter. Here, the angelic power and Queen of Swords takes on features of indigenous American cultures in his revelation to you. At the bottom right, in the foreground by the shield, is a machahatuli, a sword-like weapon from Mesoamerican civilizations consisting of sharpened obsidian blades. The angelic power is dressed as a shorn one from Aztec warrior culture, wearing golden Tahazili armor that identifies the power's high rank. The headdress he wears indicates his priesthood, nobility, and prestige. The tattoos on his sword arm denote his victories. The Dark Horse. The Dark Horse is the underdog who blindsides the naysayers and will emerge victorious. When you are being cornered or outnumbered, the Dark Horse appears to you ready to stand shoulder to shoulder with you as you take on your opposition. You will emerge in prominence and glory. Take that fighting stance and ready yourself. The Dark Horse is marginalization personified, and yet this spirit is extraordinary in both strength and stealth. This is the spirit of valor who has come now to empower you with courage. When outnumbered, you resist. The Seven of Scepters is the spirit of resistance. When the Dark Horse appears to you, the message is to be fearless and to stand your ground, advocate and fight for yourself. You may be the victim of injustice or the one expected to lose, but when the Dark Horse appears to you, divinity reminds you that in fight or flight, you are the one who chooses fight. Resist fear, Master your own anxieties, and you will defeat even the most formidable foes. At first glance, the dark horse appears outnumbered, but a closer study of the offense will reveal its weakness. Not only does the dark horse stand a chance, with one clever and strategic move, victory is guaranteed. The underdog endures. The wish granted. 9 chalices are arranged in the formation of a magic square, a grid that denotes power. This is the spirit of personal happiness achieved after earning material gains. The wish granted is the never-ending blessing of abundance. All that you can conceive of will manifest, is manifesting. The imagery here is symbolic of a sacred space within your own inner temple. The well is iconic of Mirmir's well from Nordic mythos, where Odin's eye was sacrificed. At Mirmir's well is where you will find wise counsel from the gods. Drink from Mirmir's well to gain knowledge. When this card appears to you, focus on each of the 9 chalices in turn, reciting light, love, life 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. As you focus on one chalice, recite light. Then focus your line of sight onto the next chalice over, recite love. And on over again, life. Move to the next row and repeat so that each chalice has received your focus and the utterance of one word from the recitation. Such a ritual seals the wish that you have petitioned for shall be granted by the gift-giving gods of old lore. The one of the 9 chalices you are drawn to reveals further divinatory insight through its correspondences per the magic square. So, if you want to go ahead and do this little ritual recitation, and then when the one that you end up focusing on, comment in the comment section below, and I will respond with what that particular chalice corresponds to. The shining flame. The shining flame is alchemizing the elemental nature of fire to advance your professional work. Transmuted fire is the qualities of heat and dryness. Heat is the quality the shining flame endows you with now to help you accelerate, hasten, and advance your progress. Dryness is crystallization and the creation of something that will finally be in defined concrete form. When the Knight of Scepters appears to you, angels are illuminating upon the ways a seed of divine intellect has been sown into your mind, which you are now being called to manifest. This knight is also a spiritual guide who appears to you to lead you to an awakening. The appearance of this card is a prophecy that awakening is imminent. The Sharpshooter. Swift movement abounds you. This is the spirit of marksmanship. When the Eight of Scepters appears, it bears notice to pay attention to messages being directed at you coming from your world, for spirit is presenting itself through the words of those speaking to you. Momentous words coming at you within the next 8 days are the spoken words of spirit. The Eight of Scepters is the spirit of inbound tidings that bear your name. When the sharpshooter appears in a spread, pay attention to what she is aiming and shooting at in the context of the spread's landscape. What she points at is what spirit is directing you to pay attention to. The sharpshooter might be appearing to you as a protege of Anat, an old Canaanite maiden goddess of war. She might also be a messenger from Artemis. Perhaps she is a priestess daughter of Minerva or Pallas Athena. The sharpshooter in the Eight of Scepters is a spirit oft called upon to be an emissary into our world to deliver messages from a divine feminine embodying courage, wisdom, military strategy, war and battles, or a patron goddess of the arts. When the Sharpshooter appears to you, such a divine consciousness is calling to you. New World Order. This is the crown of the Magi. It is both the beginning and the end of the great work. It is oneness with the great calling and the final state of actualizing divine consciousness. Key 21 marks the world to come, heaven on earth, and the materializing of a new paradise. This is a spirit present upon your path after change has taken place. This is the spirit you encounter when a cycle has come to its completion. At the center is a pelican with its wings outstretched, who has pierced her own heart and is now feeding her young. A set of 3 nestlings at her feet, suckling upon 3 rivulets of their mother's blood. In old medieval lore, it is believed that in times of need, a mother pelican will pierce her own breast with her beak and feed her young with blood. Thus, the pelican became an allegory for the Messiah and the self-sacrifice of Christ. Great balance and stability come when the catalyst has succeeded at creating a new zeitgeist. You are the New World Order who brings positive change to the zeitgeist. You are the catalyst. This is the spirit of you succeeding at creating the change you have wanted to see in your world. What do you see in your world right now that is broken or causes suffering? What is your dream of how your world can be repaired? The New World Order is the spirit ready and by your side, aiding you, guiding you, so that you can truly and fully embody the catalyst to a most wonderful change, a change that will make the world you live in a much better place for everyone. The New World Order ushers in a period of renaissance and unification. When Key 21 appears to you, it is a divinatory mark of a new epoch in your life. When it comes, dramatic changes to your world happen. This is the spirit of a great power rising. The New World Order is the spirit personification of a newfound peace, one that will be stable and enduring. That peace ushers in a period of prosperity and a sense of security. All is balanced. This is the prime order of power of social change. The allegory of the Messiah embedded into Key 21 appears to you now to remind you that your suffering and the suffering of the world is your burden. Know yourself as a perpetrator, not a victim. Do not look for what the world has done to you. See what you have done to the world. Determine what it is you need to do, how you must act in a manner that shoulders responsibility so that you can confront not only your own suffering, but the suffering of this world and rectify it. Take ownership to take control. The New World Order is the rectification of past adversity. It is only when you accept hardship and affliction, truly accept it, that you can transform yourself physiologically, psychologically, and spiritually. The Shining Quarry. The Shining Quarry is alchemizing the elemental nature of Earth to increase your material resources, assets, and to cultivate fruitful abundance. Transmuted Earth is the qualities of dryness and cold. Dryness is the quality the Shining Quarry now endows you with, and the alchemical instructions the Spirit brings you is this: crystallize your work ethic into something finally solid and tangible. Create definitions, then slow down, decelerate so that you have a chance to reflect and meditate. You do not need to be on the path of rapid increase, not yet. Now is the time to cultivate your resources organically, without giving in to the temptation of urgency. Be methodical. The shining quarry marks the encounter with one's own earth nature and making sense of our material attachments. This night is the spirit of elemental earth that will imminently fuel a realized outcome in your life relating to your personal economics, finances, property matters, access to resources, business, income, or earnings. The Shining Quarry is here as a guardian spirit to help you navigate the work cut out for you, having to build a stronger, earthy foundation so that you can increase your access to sources and thus bring about the success you have been seeking. The Shining Dew. The shining dew is alchemizing the elemental nature of water to enhance social charisma. Transmuted water is the qualities of cold and fluidity. Cold is the quality the shining dew endows you with now to help you decelerate. Slow down your frenetic movements. Find your calming center and reflect. Fluidity is the quality of being like water. And here the Spirit is here to guide you towards free flow so that you might roll with the waves and let the natural movements of karma take you where you need to go. The Knight of Chalices is your guide as you navigate the waters of destiny. The shining dew marks the alchemizing of our soul nature, or the alchemical stage of albedo. Here is the quenching of thirst for the waters of life. When this card appears in a reading, Spirit is telling you to sublimate what is deep within your psyche into the material world as creative or artistic product. Allow your soul to be visible. This is Spirit reminding you that you are sacred, and to express divinity is to express who you truly are. The shining dew is elemental water that will imminently fuel a realized outcome in your life relating to your interpersonal relationships, personal spirituality, psychic development, or matters relating to family, past lives, or ancestors. And our final card is the Joined One. In external alchemy, the Joined One guides us to choose our allies, and also is the Spirit leading us to the most fruitful alliances. The Joined One designates an outer accord, but also an inner accord. In internal alchemy, this Spirit guides us to unite our anima, unconscious feminine, in the conscious masculine, and animus, unconscious masculine, in the conscious feminine. This is the spirit of two becoming one, and an omen of perfected love, love in all of its divine forms. Abyssus abyssium invocat, sea calls to sea, or the depth of me calls out to the depths of you. One deep reservoir of yearning is filled with the love of another, and it is mutual. Do not neglect the relationships you cherish. Reach out across the aisle and offer amity. Act towards peace and accord. An alliance brings you the balance and strength you've been seeking. Love fills both chalices of the two ways. Oh my God, Aquarius, you are moving towards advancement. The angels and ancestors are leading you towards an awakening. Your progress is paying off. Resist fear. Master your anxieties. Take a deep breath. Channel the spirit of David and watch Goliath fall. Now is not the time to be a pushover. Remember Cartoon Network? Underdog is a superhero. Stand your ground and do what needs to be done, even if you don't want to. But don't rush in. Do your research. Prepare yourself. Know exactly what you want and make a plan to attain your goal. You will get the job or promotion that you want. You just have to put in a little effort and go for it. Gather your resources. Slow down. Make a plan. Make sure you have a solid foundation before you spring into action. Think this through. Find your center and reflect on who you are deep inside. Be yourself and roll with the flow. Do what you have to do. You are the change. Your possibilities are limitless. You have come full circle. Pay attention. Something is coming in fast. Keep your mind and your eyes open. This is the coming together of two entities to form one. This is a harmonious union between you and this new job or promotion. It is going to fit you so well. Congratulations. I am so happy for you. I hope that today's message has resonated with you and will help lead you and guide you through the month of October. If you would like a more personal and detailed reading, please go to my website at www.conjureknits.com. I offer phone sessions, video readings, and chat readings. Also be sure to check out my shop while you are there. Talk to you soon. Love you bunches.